بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. Alhamdulillah. This is our first day back. Today is Tuesday, so we just have today and tomorrow to the end of the week. I was sick for the last 2 days. We didn't have class on Saturday. And Sunday and Monday I was sick. Let me pull up the book. And let's get to work. بارك الله فيكم. نحن في الصفحة السادسة والعشرين. We're on page number 26. We have these Jumal Mufida. We actually didn't finish reading all of these sentences. I think we read up to like number 7, right? We finished the page. So that's what's on y'all today, and then we're going to continue. We want nice, smooth reading, no stuttering. That is our request. That's the cost of this class. This class is not free. It costs you hard work. No stuttering is allowed. Literally, seriously. I mean, you have to go home and you have to do your job. No stuttering. Yeah. And it's important, and I'm going to reiterate this as we go through. Don't bark at the print. No, I go, Dahaba, Ahmed, Ila, Al, Bay, Fi, As, Sa, Bah. That's not reading. Read like you're speaking to somebody. Make it contextual. Know that it has meaning to it. Like you're speaking to somebody. Na'am. Barakallahu fikum. Tayyib. Indik ya Mu'adh. Everybody's going to do one sentence. Nice and smooth. So listen up. When you read a sentence and it's not the best, you're gonna do it again. You're gonna get nice and smooth. So you have to learn to where to break it off and where to continue. We are doing what the chapter that we're in now? Al-Fi'l al-Lazim. Naam. Al-Fi'l al-Lazim. And what's the Fi'l al-Lazim? It's the Fi'l that it only needs what?
Subject.
Only needs a fa'il. We're gonna call it a fa'il. It only needs a fa'il. Naam. طيب بارك الله فيكم. عندك
سجو الجندي سجو الجندي أثناء القتال وجبنا العدو.
طيب. It should be أثناء. There's a kasri there, but we corrected that. أثناء. It means during.
Oh.
And because it has to do with time and place is always going to be a fatha at the end of it. أثناء القتال. What's very important, listen to this. Don't just look at the letters. The fatha and the kasra is very important. No, you're going to read that again. Don't say jabuna adu. Jabuna al-adu. But don't say wajabuna al-adu. Wajabuna. You have to open, you have to close, you have to bring your lip forward, you have to be clear. Shadju al-jundiyu. That has a shadda on there. Al-jundiyu. Al-jundiyu. Al-shartiyu. Now it has a ya, so you have to make that ya mushaddad. Make that ya musaddad. Shadju al-jundiyu athna al-qital wajabun al-adu. So you're going to break it up in 3 parts. شجع الجندي أثناء القتال وجبنا العدو.
شجع الجندي أثناء القتال وجبنا العدو.
وجبنا العدو, not وجبنا.
وجبنا العدو.
Right, that's reading. One more time.
شجع الجندي أثناء القتال.
Okay, where's the lamb on the qital? Let me hear that. And it's أثناء القتال. Like that أثناء, that noon has a mud, make it clearly. أثناء القتال, during the battle.
أثناء الكتاب.
القتال.
أثناء القتال وجبنا العدو.
Again, okay. عندك يا غالب. Take your time.
في زمن النبي قصرت خطبة
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قصرت خطبة الجمعة وطالت الصلاة.
That's good. Again from قصرت.
قصرت خطبة الجمعة وطالت الصلاة.
Nah, good. Yeah, Noor. So this is a long sentence. It's a long sentence. There's actually 4 sentences in it. So I want you to do it group by group. Group by group.
قبحت أقوال الملاحدة
Again, أقواح الملاحدة.
أقوال الملاحدة
أقوال الملاحدة. One more time.
أقوال الملاحدة
Again, قبحت أقوال الملاحدة.
قبحت أقوال الملاحدة ودنست أفكارهم
Again, ودنست أفكارهم.
ودنست أفكارهم
Good.
وإن نذفت أجسامهم
Again, وإن نظفت. The word is نظفت. نظفت. It means to be clean. Na'am.
وإن نذفت أجسامهم
Again, and this like has to be like together. Well, even if their clothing is clean, وإن نظفت أجسامهم. Yeah, bring it nice and bring it all together.
وإن نذفت أجسامهم
أجسامهم.
وحسنت ملابسهم
Again, وحسنت ملابسهم.
وحسنت ملابسهم.
We understand the sentence, ya ikhwa.
Nah.
Everything is clear. So that one is difficult. So listen up. When something is difficult in Arabic, what do? Slow down. قبحت أقوال الملاحدة. قبحت أقوال الملاحدة ودنست أفكارهم وإن نظفت أجسامهم وحسنت ملابسهم. But it has to be fluent. عندك يا هارون.
إذا مرضت القلوب لم تنشط أبدان لطاعة الله.
Okay, we didn't hear the alif lam on abdan. Lam tanshaf. It's good to just leave that a sukoon and say al abdan. If you want to attach it with the kasra, that's not a real kasra there. What does that mean? What does that mean when I'm saying that's not a real kasra?
2 seconds.
Right, it's really a sukoon. Right. So if you want to say walam tanshat al abdan, but we have to have that alif lam.
لم تنشط الأبدان لطاعة الله.
Good. Read it one more time.
إذا مرضت القلوب.
No, you can't say maridat
نعم.
maridat al qulub, or continue.
إذا مرضت القلوب لم تنشط الأبدان لطاعة الله.
That's good. That's how you read that. If you're going to stop. If you're going to continue. It's easier to stop. You know? But I just put the kasra there so you be aware that kasra is not really a kasra. That's really a sukoon. But that's not an encouragement for you to continue. So Noor and Mu'adh, what is better? Should you continue or should you stop? Your madhab in Arabic is whatever is easiest. That's your way. Whatever is easy for Noor, whatever is easy for you, what's easy for you, and whatever is easier. Nah. What if you said, إذا مرتت القلوب لم تنشف الأبدان? Are you clearer? That doesn't mean that. Whatever is easier for you is best. Nah. It has to be fluent. It does not have to be all together. Tayyib, Siyam, you understand these sentences? This is like.
Do I understand them? I don't know about that, but I can read it.
Okay, this is a book 2. We're doing book 2. This is like a.
This is book 2, number 2.
This is book 2.
عمي الشيخ في آخر عمره
Okay, stop right there. That's good. Amiya Sheikh. Don't put a shadda on it. Amiya Sheikh. Amiya. Like.
عمي الشيخ
No, Amiya.
عمي الشيخ في آخر عمره وعرج لكن صح عقله وقوي إيمانه.
Your reading is good. Tayyib Harun, what does this mean? Amiya Sheikh. Amiya Sheikh.
Blind sheikh.
Huh?
The sheikh is the blind. The sheikh was blind.
Mm-mm.
What?
Yeah, but we want to make it
Yeah,
a
Sheikh.
verb. We want to make it a verb. He became blind. He
Ah,
went blind. We want to make it a verb. He is blind. He was blind. He became blind. Not like Shaykhun. I mean, he is blind. I Shaykh A'ma. I mean, the Shaykh is blind. I Shaykh A'ma. This is past tense. We want to recognize that this is a verb. Amia, he did this. He became blind. He was blind. What does this mean? Amya Shaykh fi akhiri umrihi.
He was blind at the end of his life.
نعم وعرج عرج.
Crippled. He was crippled.
Right, but crippled means that somebody can't walk. That's what I understand. Maybe it's not right.
He limped.
He limped. He
Oh.
walked with a limp. He had a leg problem. You know, he walked with a limp. This says lakin, but I corrected it in the original book. It should be walakin. I prefer that. Walakin. Walakin. What does it mean? Walakin sahha aqluhu. Mahmoud, what does that mean? Walakin sahha aqluhu.
His aql is clear.
No shit.
His brain is clear. His brain is right.
Not his brain. Don't say his brain. It's intellect.
His intellect.
وصح عقله ولكن صح عقله. Listen to this. This is, what are we studying here? We're studying fi'l lazim, that it just needs the fa'il. So you're not going to say صح عقله. No, it's صح عقله. What does صح عقله mean? عقله صحيحا is healthy. صح is the verb from sahih. Sahih means healthy. Na'am. صح means it was healthy. His intellect was sound, healthy. وقوية إيمانه. You can't say وقوية إيمانه. It was strong. His iman. Now you have to put it together. It's like I'm saying إيمانه قوي. Why are you going to delay it? إيمانه قوي. That's what قوية means. قوية is the verb. You all know the noun. قوي. You know ضعيف. You know صحيح. But you don't know the verb. And you have to be totally rounded and grounded. You have to know the verb and you have to know the noun. Nor, do you know this word sahih? You know this word qawi? Right, but you have to know the verb also. This is the verb. That noun is called, it's going to come in the middle of the book, it's called sifa mushabbaha. And it's going to come. Okay. And how we doing online? Brothers and sisters online, how we doing? Is everything clear?
قال تعالى يوم تبيض وجوه وجوه. That's Tywin, right?
It's a tanween. Nah.
يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود.
Na'am, good. يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه. Let me say this real quick. Our book, the first book, is on Siga Fa'ala, the Madi and Mudari and the Amr, right? Now, this book is also on Siga Fa'ala, but because we're doing Fi'l Lazim, the colors in Fi'l Lazim doesn't come on Siga Fa'ala. That's the only reason we explain this. Ibyadda wa ihmarra wa iswadda. The colors are not explained on Siga Fa'ala. But because it's lazim, I added it to the book. Y'all know it. You understand what I'm saying? Because our topic is lazim. What does this mean? Yawma tabyaddu wujuhun.
The day faces will be white.
Become. Like this is fi'l mudari. Because you see that ta there? It's fi'l mudari. Why is there ta? Why is it not yabyaddu? That's right, because faces are plural. We understand that, Ya Harun?
Yeah.
It's tabyaddu. If it was one face, you would say yabyaddu, yaswaddu. Na'am. But now it's faces, it's tabyaddu, it's mudari'. Na'am. Wa taswaddu wujuhan, and faces become black. Tayyib ya Isa. Number 7.
قرب بيتنا من المسجد.
Good. What does that mean? قرب بيتنا من
Our
المسجد.
house is close to from the masjid.
Right, but this is was close. Our house was close. How do we know it's was close? Because it's past tense. How do you say in the future tense? Yaqurubu. Our house is close. Yaqurubu baytuna min al-masjid. Our house is close. Right. You all know the noun is qareeb. That's what you call sifa mushabba. You know the noun qareeb, Na'am. But sometimes we know one part of the speech and we don't know another. Like mufassir. What does mufassir mean?
He's an interpreter. I mean,
Interpreter. Like, you know the word tafsir, but you don't know the person who makes it say he's a mufassir, like mudarris. Na'am. So this is what we're doing. Now we're going to continue where we left off. You all are going to repeat after me. And I'm going to ask you all, so you all pay attention. You all repeat after me. إذا حاضت المرأة is a dot. It's a حاضة. وإذا حاضت المرأة إذا حاضت المرأة. That kasra is not a real kasra. It's really a sukoon there. Naam. But because of the two sukoons come together, iltika and sakinain, we get rid of the sukoon by adding the kasra. You all with me? طيب. لا تصلي ولا تصوم.
لا تصلي ولا تصوم.
لا تصلي ولا تصوم.
لا تصلي ولا تصوم.
حتى تطهر
حتى تطهر
وتغتسل.
وتغتسل.
It should be a while there. It should be a while there. No. I have been humbled. If you see a mistake in somebody's book, don't think that they don't know. Like, it's impossible to correct all the mistakes, dot all the I's and cross all the T's. I'm saying it's impossible. It takes a lot of work. Who's the last person that can do it? The author. Because the author wrote the book. When he's reading, he's assuming. He's assuming what it's supposed to say. He's not reading what's there because he wrote it. So when he's proofreading it for the 7th time, he memorized his book and he's just going through it. So it needs a real critique, I should say, to come from the outside and look at the book. What does this mean? إذا حاضت المرأة لا تصلي ولا تصوم. What does حاضت mean? She gets her menses. Right. She gets her menses. حاضت. نعم. So نعم. If she gets her menses, if it comes to her, نعم. لا تصلي ولا تصوم. What does that mean? حتى تطهر. Until what? No, come on now. Listen, it can't be purified herself. It can't be known herself. It's fit lazim. That's what we want to understand. That's our lesson. But she becomes purified until she becomes purified. And she takes a bath. Understood, ya ikhwan? So don't think until she does something to herself. No. That means it's muta'addi, is going to another. No, it's herself. Here, tahurat. Hatta tathur. So she becomes clean. She becomes clean. Na'am. May Allah purify all of us. Wa taghtasil. And she takes a bath. Adam in dinina. Many disbelieving women have no idea about the haid. How does a woman know that she becomes clean? She has al-qasra bayda. She has something after she's bleeding. There's a white film that comes. That's the sign that she's clean. And people are not even aware of this, except that Islam comes. These affairs, men and women have to know about this. Tayyib, number 9, you all are after me. Hasuna uslubur rajul. Nice and everything clear. Hasuna uslubur rajul. Uslubu. Uslubur ra. You're going to go from that bar straight to that raz mushaddada. Uslubur rajul. Hasuna uslubur rajul ma'a zawjatihi. أول الزواج. At the beginning of the marriage. أول الزواج. ففرحت به. That first fa should be black. It shouldn't be red. It's not part of the verb. That first fa. ففرحت به.
فرحت به
Again, حسن أسلوب الرجل مع زوجته
حسن أسلوب الرجل مع زوجته
أول الزواج
أول الزواج
ففرحت به.
ففرحت به.
What does that mean? Brothers and sisters online. I want the brothers and sisters online to answer that. What does that mean? Hold on, online. There's a question here. Where should the wow be? Oh, what تغتسل? What it says? وحتى تطهر the wow should be there. What تغتسل? So, hi, brothers and sisters online. What does this mean? حسن أسلوب الرجل. حسن أسلوب الرجل. حسن أسلوب الرجل. Anybody answer this? حسن أسلوب الرجل. What does أسلوب mean? No, the manners of the man became good with his wife at the beginning. Now, it was good. Not it became good. It was good at the beginning of the marriage. Uslub is a method you do something. The method, the manner that you do something. Na'am. And it is singular. Na'am, is the manner. The plural is asalib. Like the method he does things. Asalib. Na'am. The manner or the adab or the manner that he does things was good with his wife. His uslub, his way of doing things was good at the beginning of the marriage. Awwal zawaj means at the beginning of marriage. فَفَرِحَتْ bihi. What does that mean? فَفَرِحَتْ bihi. She was happy with him. She was happy with him. Who wouldn't be happy? Understood, brothers and sisters online. How we doing? Everything is understood. Tayyib, y'all after me. نظر الخاطب إلى المخطوبة. نظر الخاطب إلى المخطوبة فطابت نفسه. What does خاطب mean?
Speaker. The suitor. Oh, a proposal. Like a marriage. The suitor, right? Suitor.
Tayyib, online. What does khatib mean? The suitor. Right. What does suitor mean?
The one who proposed.
The one who proposes. Right. The man who proposes, that's khatib. He's khatib. Khataba has two meanings. Khataba means to give a khutbah to speak, but khataba means to propose. So there's a khutbah and there's a khitbah. Khutbah, khitbah. So we want you to give the khutbah this week. Not the khutbah or the khutbah, neither one.
Not gonna be there.
Allah musta'an.
No.
Tayyib. Yeah, Harun, you understand that? Noor. Khutbah is a speech, and khitbah is a proposal. Khitbah. Yeah. So you can have khitbatul Jum'ah, Jum'ah's close, or you have the khutbatul Jum'ah. Naam. Tayyib. What does this mean? Fatabat nafsuhu. Nadara, like in Islam, when a man proposes to a woman and she accepts it, he goes and he gets his look. Naam. It should be after she agrees.
Okay.
Could you imagine me telling my daughter, Fatima, another brother wants to see you. Yeah, Fatima, another brother has come. Yeah, none of them want another brother. She's like, she exposed herself to the whole neighborhood. No, it has to be the one she agreed. And they agreed. Nah. And it's good to make it like the last thing before the marriage. You know? But it's open. He could, but it's really for the man and the woman that they desire now. Like it's creatures desire that it's sure now. Because you imagine somebody wants to get married, he saves up the money, gets the money together, he asks, he's waiting for the answer. He gets the answer, and then he sees her. Oh man, it's mashallah. Naam.
Ahmed rahimahullah says you should look for beauty first and then piety.
Yes.
Because if you marry
But that's in that time. In that time, there was salah. Now, people look because they don't marry for salah. They marry for looks. Now,
Well,
so,
I think that was a different topic. I think people should look. You should look at a woman first before anything.
right. So now, who's going to allow you to see their daughter and she's not even interested in you? Not me. I'll tell you that much. I'd be like, hit the road, Jack. Now, I don't even know you. Like, who's going to allow it in this time? Who's going to allow it? So, like, my daughter has to be like 100% sure. Like, you sure that's what you want? Like,
So she got to see him first.
no, they say at the same time. Right. So you're going to marry her for her religion. Right. The first thing you're going to consider her religion, her house, her people. Like they say, Khawilu li abnaikum. What does that mean? Khawilu li abnaikum. Like, what's the khal? What does khal mean?
Uncle.
Your uncle. Like, look for good uncles for your children, meaning the mother of your children and her brothers, your wife's brothers. So you're going to be looking at her family. You know, pick good uncles for your kids. You're going to be looking at her brother. Who's her brother? What? Like, her brother does this, her father don't pray, but she's a nice sister. I'm going to look how she look. What does it matter how she look? Her brother don't pray, the father don't do this. What don't matter how she look. All right. And then we're going to be doing the same thing. Like, this man, I know you're nice, but look where you come from. You know, I'm sorry, you know. Khawwilu li abnaikum li awladikum. Pick good uncles for your children. You're not going to just be looking at this stuff. But we want to go on. We have a class here. Khawwilu li abnaikum. But it's really cultural. Whatever culture that what rides, it rides. It's all permissible. But this time, people marry women for beauty. Nah. And the Prophet said, Taribat yadak, that you're going to just have dirt in your hands if you do that. And we have an extreme rise in divorce. Divorce is like haywire. No.
Can I share the benefit?
Later, inshallah. Tayyib, we understand it. What does Tabat nafsuhu mean and why is there a ta? Tabat nafsuhu. Why is there a ta there? For Tabat nafsuhu, why is there a ta? Nafs is feminine. What does this mean, Tabat nafsuhu? He was comfortable. He was pleased. He was pleased. And he was comfortable, yani eternally. For Tabat nafsuhu. Let's move on. Sa'at ahwalul muslimin. Sa'at ahwalul muslimin. ليس الصاعد ساءت أحوال المسلمين في فلسطين بعد الاحتلال What does that mean, Mahmoud? Sa'a. What does sa'a mean? To become bad, to worsen. To become bad, to become evil. So what became evil? The conditions of the Muslims in Philistine became evil after occupation, colonization, anything like that. Understood? This word is in the Quran Kathir. Fasa'a as-sabira. Fasa'a. To become, if the opposite of Taba. Taba is to become good. Sa'a is to be bad. The opposite of Taba. Understood, ya ikhwan? Sa'at ahwaluhum. Their good condition became bad. So you would say sa'a hali. What does that mean? Sa'a hali.
My condition became bad.
Right. If it's singular, sa'a. Sa'a hali. Now my condition worsened. It became bad. It became bad. Now, let's finish this up. ثقل كلام القاضي على الرجل. ثقل كلام القاضي على الرجل فأسف على فعله. What does this mean? ثقل كلام القاضي على الرجل. Right, the judge's speech was heavy. It's a verb. يعني كلامه ثقيل. It's heavy. فأسف, what does asifa mean?
Sir.
He was sorry.
Yeah.
He was sorry for what he did. He was sorry for what he did. فأسف أي حزن, أسف, for what he did. ثقل كلا. You know the word ثقيل?
No.
Thaqil means what? So you know the noun, but you don't know the verb. Well, in the verb, you have the opportunity to do what? Past tense, future tense. Thaqil is just has no time to it. Thaqil has no time.
Right.
So if you want to, whatever you want to use, that's what you use. ثقل كلام. And Allah says in the Quran, وَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. And this deeds are heavy on the scale. ثقلت. Look at the next sentence. خف العقاب. You're reading after me. خف العقاب على المجرمين.
خف العقاب على المجرمين.
خف العقاب
خف العقاب
على المجرمين
على المجرمين.
فكثرت الجرائم.
فكثرت الجرائم.
فكثرت الجرائم.
فكثرت الجرائم.
So tomorrow you're going to read these last sentences nice and smoothly. What does it mean? خف العقاب. It's a verb. The punishment was light upon the criminals. خف العقاب. The punishment was light. فكثرت الجرائم. What does jara'im mean? Crimes, plural, is on that scale. Now, what's the singular? Jarima. Jarimatun is a crime. Jara'im is what? One more. And mujrim is a criminal. Mujrim. This is mujrim. Mujrimun. Mujrim is a criminal. Jarima, a crime. Jarimatun. Jarimatun is a crime. Jara'im is what? Crimes. Kathurat. فكثرت الجرائم. Kathurat is what? فعل لازم. It became a lot. It became a lot. Everything's understood, يا غالب.
No.
محمود.
No.
طيب. نزل المطر واخضرت الأرض.
واخضرت الأرض.
واخضرت
واخضرت
الأرض.
الأرض.
What does that mean?
The rain came down and the
Nourished
earth
the
became
earth.
green.
No. What is this? This is the scale of colors. Keep
The
it.
earth became green.
The earth became green, meaning the grass grew. Meaning the grass grew. It became green. إخضرت الأرض. The earth became green. Why is there a tab there? إخضرت. The earth is feminine. It's a feminine word.
Without the time.
Right. There's no time about it. Right. So we have different kinds of femininity. We have feminine by meaning, like Zainab. We have feminine by meaning and lafaz, like Aisha too. And we have feminine by al-alif, like Asma. The alif makes it feminine. That we'll look into later. If we understand this, today we'll move into a new chapter. We're on page number 28. Faslun. الفعل المتعدي. So let's go back. Let's go back to page number 24. On that yellow page there, it says, يا صاحب اللغة العربية. Big yellow page. 24. يا صاحب اللغة العربية جد واجتهد. Work hard, be diligent. واعلم أن الفعل ينقسم من حيث المعنى. Know that the verb, it divides according to the meaning, in reference to the meaning, regarding the meaning, it divides into two things. إلى لازم ومتعد. There's two sections, two meanings, لازم ومتعد. لازم we just finished. What does lazim mean?
It only needs the
فاعل.
five.
يكتفي بالفاعل. فاعل is sufficient. قبحت أقوال الملاحدة. شجع الجندي. نعم. كثرت نام زيد مات عمرو he's finished مات زيد he died, he slept. Only needs a file and it's a complete sentence. That's it. Now let's go back to page 26 where we're at. I'm sorry, 28. Page 28. Now, it says فصل. فصل means section. الفعل المتعدي. What does this mean? It's going to be opposite of the first, but let's look at the meaning. الفعل المتعدي هو الفعل الذي لا يكتفي بالفاعل ويحتاج إلى المفعول به. It's not suffice just to have a file, but it needs what? A مفعول به. What does the word ta'adda mean? Ta'adda means to pass or to transgress. Meaning this verb is going to pass by the file, it's going to transgress to the maf'ul bi. That's why it's called muta'addi. The verb is going to pass by the file. Like we're going to say, we're going to read examples. Daraba Ahmedu. Ahmed hit, it's going to keep going. Daraba Ahmedu Zaydan. The verb is going to pass the file. Ta'adda means to transgress, to go overboard, to go past. So this verb is not going to stop at Zaydan. Daraba Zaydun. Daraba Zayd. Zaydun hit. Daraba Zaydun Muhammadan. It's going to go all the way over to Muhammad. It's called muta'addi because it means to surpass. Lazim means just to stick to one thing. So we're going to look at some examples of this. Look at the examples. Look at this example. Mithlu. Fataha Ahmadu. Ahmed opened. Fataha Ahmadu. هذا هو الفعل والفاعل. This is the verb and that's the fa'il, the one who did it. The fa'il means the one who did it. That's the verb. Fatah means to open. Ahmed is the one who opened it. Fataha Ahmed. هذا هو الفعل والفاعل. That's the verb and the one who did it. لكن لا يتم المعنى. The meaning is not complete. لكن, but لا يتم المعنى. The meaning is not complete. حتى نعلم ماذا فتح. Until we know what he opened up. It's not complete. فهذه الجملة تحتاج إلى مفعول به. This sentence, it needs a مفعول به. This verb, it needs something else. That thing that is missing, that we're going to know what he opened up, is called the مفعول به. So we say, فتح أحمد الباب. والباب هو مفعول به. Ahmed opened the door, and the door is the مفعول به. So فعل متعدي, it goes past. يتعدى. يتعدى means go past. It goes past the fa'il, the verb. It keeps going, the verb, and it goes to the مفعول به. Or you can say it's not sufficient that it has a fa'il. It also needs مفعول به. But we want to know why it's called متعدي, because تعدى means to go past something. Right, let's look at the section. It's called Iqra wafham. The section, we're familiar with this section. Read and understand. We're familiar with this section. Meaning, I want you to read these sentences and understand on your own the topic. What is the topic? The topic is fi'l muta'addi. Now, you all read after me. تخبز فاطمة خبزا كل يوم. تخبز فاطمة خبزا. Don't say talk. تخبز 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 تخبز. تخبز فاطمة خبزا كل يوم. The one that's read, that's the مفعول به. Fatima bakes. Tabaza means to bake. Fatima bakes. You can't stop there. We can't say Takbaz Fatima. Fatima bakes. What did she bake? What is she baking? This is a different kind of verb. We have verbs that are lazim. Why do you have to know that? So when you hear somebody say Marida Zaydun, it's a complete sentence. Marida is a verb that just needs a verb. It's complete. When you say Takbazu Fatima, you're going to be waiting for something else because you know that verb is muta'addi, and you're going to be listening, waiting for this maf'ul bi so you can understand. It could be Takbazu Fatima cake. Cock. She could be cooking cake. You know? طيب. تخبز فاطمة خبزا كل يوم. What does that mean? Fatima bakes bread every day. Let's move on. So that which is in the red is the maf'ul bi. بنى يوسف بيوتا كثيرة. بنى يوسف بيوتا كثيرة في مدينته. بنى يوسف بيوتا كثيرة في مدينته. بنى Yusuf. What does Bana mean? Yusuf built. You can't stop there. Yusuf built. You know the hadith of Buni al-Islam. Islam is built on 5 things. Bana means to build. Yusuf built. We can't stop there. This verb is going to go on. It's going to move. It's going to yata'adda. It's going to transgress. Bana Yusufu buyutan kathiratan. What does that mean? What does that mean? In many houses. Now, what's the maf'ul bi? Buyutan. Now, what is kathiratan? It's a description of the houses, right? And why does it have a tie there on kathiratan? It's plural. These are basic things that we want to understand. Now, fi madinatihi, in the city. Yusuf built many homes, now, in his city. Labistu qamisan abyad يوم العيد. لبست قميصا أبيض يوم العيد. I wore a white top. You say labistu, I wore. What did you wear? نعم. لبست قميصا أبيض. أبيض. These kind of words don't get a tanween. So you have qamisan, but it's abyada. There's no abyadan. Doesn't get a tanween. How we doing online? Is everything clear? We're not just studying words. We're studying the meaning of verbs. And this is all going to be important because when we look at the nouns, we're going to understand some nouns because the verb is lazim. And some are muta'addi. You have to understand the verb first so we can understand the noun. We understand what muta'addi means, Ya Mahmoud. No. Muta'addi means it's going to go on to a maf'ulin bi. No. It's the opposite of lazim. No. رفع الحجاج أصواتهم بالتلبية. أصواتهم بالتلبية. بالتلبية. What does this mean?
The pilgrims raised their voice.
أصواتهم.
Their voices.
Their voices. بالتلبية. ما معنى التلبية؟ لبيك اللهم لبيك. Let's call it التلبية. نعم. They raise their voices. Al-Hujjaj is the plural for Hajji, the one who makes Hajj. The pilgrims. Rafa al-Hujjaj. The Hujjaj raised. What did they raise? It needs something. It needs another word. So the fi'l al-muta'addi, it needs a maf'ulun bi. So if you heard this, Rafa al-Hujjaj, you're going to be left waiting. Your mind is like, this verb is muta'addi. It needs a maf'ulun bi. You're going to be left waiting. Rafa al-Hujjaj aswatahum. The pilgrims raised their voices with this. Any bit talbiya. And when they say labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Understood? If everything is understood, we're going to go on. المسلمون حملوا الجنازة. الجنازة. على أكتافهم
على أكتافهم
المسلمون حملوا.
المسلمون حملوا.
So we said حملوا, they carried, had to carry something, right? They had to carry something. That's what a fi'l muta'addi means. It's not sufficient to say حملت, I carried. It's not sufficient to say that. You need something else. Al-janaza. And janaza, it is the dead body on the bed. Naam. Naam.
How do you say that, like in response to someone says, like, what'd you do? Should I carry? Oh, I guess you have to say I carried something.
حملت الجنازة.
Is there any way to say just I carried? Is that a thing there?
Like we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into it that the maf'ul could be a pronoun. حملته. حملتها. I carried it. It's gonna come. أكتافهم. What does أكتافهم mean? Well, this is online. أكتافهم.
Cemetery?
على أكتافهم. Al-kataf. What does al-kataf mean? On their shoulders. Kataf is a shoulder. And this is what the Prophet loved from the goat. He loved the kataf. He loved the forearm, the shoulder. The Prophet loved that part of the goat. Al-kataf. Al-kataf. Aktaf is on their shoulders. They carry it on their shoulders. Al-aktaf. مفهوم يا إخواني. المسلمون حملوا الجنازة. They carried the janaza على أكتافهم, on their shoulders. Let's move on if everything is clear. Brothers and sisters online, how we doing? Good. الأولاد ما أكلوا طعامهم. الأولاد. So don't say this. Don't say this. الأولاد. الأو is الأو, not أو. الأولاد. الأو. الأولاد ما أكلوا طعامهم. So even if it's in negation, that's not going to stop it from being muta'addi. ما أكلوا, they didn't eat. They didn't eat what? طعامهم. ما أكلوا طعامهم. Your children did not eat their food. ما أكلوا طعامهم. No. But this kind of word, it could use a maf'ul bi, or it could be without. أكلت, I ate. نعم. لماذا اشتريتي حقيبتين؟ يا أسماء. لماذا اشتريتي حقيبتين؟ This is the meaning. These words mean that they're muta'addi. What does this mean? لماذا اشتريتي? Why did you buy? You can't stop there and say, why did you buy? I'm like, what did I buy? What are you talking about? Why did you buy حقيبتين? Why did you buy 2 bags? Why did you buy 2 bags? لماذا اشتريتي حقيبتين يا أسماء? طيب, everything's understood. تزوج جابر امرأة ثيبا. امرأة ثيبا. امرأة ثيبا. What does this mean? What is a thayyib? What is a thayyib online? A thayyib. And this is true. Jabir, the prophet, the companion, he married a thayyib. This is true. It's not that she's a divorced woman or that she was married before. No. She's not a bikr, she's not a virgin. Bikr is a virgin. Thayyib is what? A woman that was married before. Doesn't mean that she's divorced. We don't know. Did her husband die? Right. The main thing, she was married before. She's not a virgin. And it is good. How do we know? All the prophets' wives were thayyib except one. I mean, all of them. All of them. No. Except for one, Aisha. So if all of them, it has to be good in it. No. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions them in his book. And he mentions the thayyib before. Thayyibatin wa abkara. Surah Al-Tahrim. No. Thayyib. What does this mean? Tazawwaja Jabirun imra'atan.
Jabir married the
Married. If you say married, you married a woman that was married before. Tazawwaja imra'atan tayyiban. Why did Jabir marry a woman that was tayyib? No.
because he had his one of his family members left 9 daughters, and he wanted to marry a woman that would take care of them.
Not one of his family members, his father.
His father, yeah.
His father died. When did his father get killed? Battle of Uhud. His father told his son, listen, I had a dream and I saw I was the first one to get killed. Take care of your sisters. And lo and behold, just like he saw in the dream. And he said, I also have a big debt, so pay my debt. He was able to do that and do that. طيب إن الله يحب الصابرين. إن الله يحب الصابرين. يحب, he loves and needs a maf'ulun bih. We made it red so it could be clear that which the maf'ulun bih is in these sentences. This section here, we finished it, and this is our lesson for today. And this is what we're going to read tomorrow. And we're not going to go exhausting this. Right after this, tomorrow we're going into another section. So tomorrow, barakallahu fikum, we're just going to read these sentences, these 9 sentences. Those other sentences from the first part of from the first lesson, from 8 to 14 on the fi'l lazim, we're not going to read that for homework. We're going to read these sentences tomorrow on fi'l muta'addi. There's 9 sentences. So everybody come in, be prepared to read a good 4 smoothly. When to go. Like when your 4 come, 20 seconds is all it took. 5 seconds. 5 seconds a sentence. Naam. How are we doing online? Naam. Tayyib, inshallah, we're going to stop here. Tomorrow is Thursday, as Wednesday. It's the last day of the week. May Allah make it easy. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Oh boy, why do we stop this?